Hey everybody, it's Mr. Roy. I'm here to give you a brief tutorial in how to go into different breakout rooms in Microsoft Teams. So I'm in Teams right now, and the key thing I want to click on right over here is on the left. I want to click on that Teams button, and it's going to show me all my different teams. So of course, the team you're looking for is MPM2D1-02. That's our class, and normally we just meet here in the general channel. So I'm actually going to start a meeting in the general channel, and I'm going to just click up here and click Meet. You may also actually have a button down here at the bottom that's going to look like a camera. So you may need to look around a little bit to try and find that button, but it's the camera, that's the one that is our Meet button that opens up the meeting. So I'm actually going to open up the general room right now, and I'm going to pop in. And here I am where we normally have class together. Of course, I have this bar on the bottom. Most of you, it'll look like this, where you can show the chat, where you can turn on your camera and your microphone, and also your share button. Okay, that share button is going to come in handy, so let's remember where that is. For some of you, this bar is actually going to be up here near the top of your screen for anyone who's turned on this thing called New Meeting Experience. If you haven't, that's fine. If you have, that's okay too. The chances are this is where it's going to be, and that's what you'll need. Okay, what I want to show you though is how we're going to be able to jump to a different breakout meeting room. Okay, and we're going to practice this in class today. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm in the general channel right now, as you will be, but I'm going to click on Teams along this left-hand side. So I'll click Teams, and it's going to take me back. It's going to kind of put that meeting in a small window, and it's going to take me back to my list here. So I want to go, and I want to go into my first breakout room. That's called B1. So what I'm going to do, I'm the student in this case who's in charge of opening the breakout room B1. So I'm going to click on B1. And then I'm going to click Meet. Now Meet is right up here in the corner where that camera is, but it could be in a different spot. But chances are it's up there for you as well. Okay, so I'm going to click Meet, and what this is going to do is this is going to put me on hold in the general meeting room, and it's going to actually move me into B1, breakout room number 1. That's what the B stands for, is breakout room. So here I am in the very breakout room number 1. And I'm having a meeting. There's no one else in here except me right now. I can have a look at the chat. Nothing in the chat. Nobody's here who's been talking about anything. In this meeting room now, the thing I'm going to try next is I'm going to share my screen by creating a whiteboard. Now only one person is going to do this, right? So the one person who's going to do it, you'll have to decide together who it's going to be. Most students this works fine for. A couple rare exceptions it doesn't. So you might have to figure it out. So I'm going to click that share screen, and look, there's one here called whiteboard. That's the one I want. So I'm going to share my whiteboard. And in a moment my whiteboard will appear, and I want to collaborate with everyone and allow everyone to edit. So here's my whiteboard, and all of you can work together, and you can write on your whiteboard and write everything down that you want. Okay? So the first student who comes in, you're going to open up the room, and if you can open up the whiteboard, that's great. And when you want to stop sharing, we can open our share tray, and I could share something else if I wanted to share my screen if I was working on something. In this case, though I'm not going to do that. I'll just click stop presenting, and my whiteboard will go away. Now, for the other students who don't open up the room, we're going to wait in the main class, the general channel, until we see that that room is open. We'll click on Teams, and I notice right down here, aha, there's someone in room B1. Okay, they're in room B1 and they're meeting. I can tell because there's the camera there. I'm not going to click Meet because there's already a meeting going on. If I now go and click Meet when someone has already opened it, I'm going to start a second meeting in the B1 channel, and now there'll be 2 meetings happening, and we won't be able to connect with one another. So be careful of that. I'm going to click instead Join. So right here in my main screen, I should see a join button, and I should see how long the meeting has been going. I'm going to click join, and now that's going to allow me to jump in on that meeting that's already happening. Of course, I was already the one that opened it, so it put me in nice and quick. But you can see that. So first person opens the meeting and starts the meeting. Everyone else clicks join to go in and join the meeting. The last thing I want to show you is how to switch yourself from being on hold. So if you're on hold, I can see up here the general room is still going. I could hang up my spot in the general room, or I could press the play button to resume in the general room and be put on hold here. Now, normally, if like your teacher, Mr. Roy, is in the general room, I will see that you're on hold, telling me that you're in the other room. But if I want to return to the general room, I just click the resume button, and poof, it's going to return me to the general room. And now I'm back in the general room. And you'll see B1 is the one that is on hold up here currently. So let's say I'm done in B1. I want to hang that up. I could do that. One more thing I want to mention though, if you've turned on new meeting experience, you'll actually have your meetings open up in different windows. So you'll actually have to go to the different windows along here along the bottom to jump from one meeting to the next instead of just using this button. Either works fine, but this is how most of it, it'll look for the vast majority of you. So I don't want to go back to B1. I'm done there. I'm back in the main channel. So I'm just going to hang that up and I'm good to go. Now, if I was the one who created the whiteboard and I hang up, that whiteboard is going to disappear for people if they're still in the room. So be careful that you don't want to get rid of the whiteboard for your classmates that are still in the room and might still be working on something. Okay, so that's how we jump from one meeting to the other. The last thing I want to mention is right down here at the bottom, you'll see one called CR. That's our conference room, and that's where you'll go when you just want to talk one-on-one with me. And have a quick chat about something. You'd click CR. If the meeting was already open by your teacher, by me, Mr. Roy, you just click join. If it's not joined already, you can click meet, and you can be the one to open up the conference room, and then I would come and join you. I see the general room is back on hold. You can have a quick chat with me about whatever it is. Say you're having a problem with a homework question, but you don't think anyone else will need to know the answer to it. We could do it in the conference room, and then you can click that, and we're going to return back to the general channel, and here we are once again. So I hope this has helped you get an idea about how to switch from one channel to the other, and we're going to do that in just a few moments.